afternoon, Mr. Helmick's classroom.
I'm Mary Martinez.
And I'm Lisette Exposito.
Today we're going to be talking about politics in the post-war world. Lisette, I wanted to ask you this important question from our viewers. It was, what were the struggles in Britain while the post-war world was going on?
Wow, that's a really good question. Something that I know about is that after a massive strike of over 3 million workers, they passed a legislation limiting power of workers to strike.
Oh wow, that's powerful. So right now we're going to be going on to Kayla Abreu, and she's going to be doing a little report for you guys.
Thank you, Miriam, for that great report. Today we'll be talking about the Great Depression with Payola.
So, how does change result from global interaction?
Change results from global interaction by exchanging new ideas. It leads to new innovations around the world, and it changes ways of technology, businesses, and it runs how they run and how modern people live. The exchanging from products and ideas would bring wealth to the country or
beautiful, for heroes proved in liberating strife. Who more than self their country loved, and mercy more than life. America, America, make God thy gold refined, till all success be nobleness, and ever again divine. And you know, when I was in school, we found not good. Yes, he did. Heavy brotherhood from sea to shining sea. You know, I wish I had somebody to help me sing this. For it, 'cause he crowned that good. He told me he would. Every brotherhood
World War I, including European alliances and the roles of imperialism, nationalism, and militarism. The underlying causes of World War I, which began in the Balkans in late July 1914, are several. Among these causes were political, territorial, and economic conflicts among the great European powers in the 4 decades leading up to the war. Additional causes were militarism, a complex web of alliances, imperialism, and nationalism. The immediate origins of the war, however, lay in the decisions made taken by statesmen and generals during the July crisis of 1914, caused by the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand and his wife Sophie by Gavrilo Princip, an ethnic Serb and young Slav nationalist from the group Young Bosnia, which was supported by the Black Hand, a nationalist organization. The crisis came after a long and difficult series of diplomatic clashes among the great powers over European and colonial issues in the decade before 1914 that had left tensions high. In turn, these public clashes can be traced to changed imbalance of power in Europe since 1867. The more immediate causes of the war was tensions over territory in the Balkans. Austria-Hungary competed with Serbia and Russia for territory and influence in the region, and they pulled the rest of the great powers into the conflict through their
afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Edward Matos. I'm going to be covering section 2 of chapter 29, the actions and advances. Sorry about that. It was mainly talking about how the war began, World War II began in 1939 between the British, the France, and Germans. Mainly because Hitler violated a code, not a code, but a treaty between the countries, and that ended up when the British and France declaring war upon Germany, and I want to say about a week later, Germany got everything together and they invaded Poland, which jump-started the war in 1939. And it was talking about how Germany invaded the Soviet Union, even though it was a complete disaster. They ended up running out of supplies. And in 1943, he was also it also mentioned how Hitler's new orders were to take all the Jewish people and send them to prison camps. It was very sad. And for the last part, it was talking about how Japan Japan bombed Pearl Harbor. A lot of people died that day in 1941. That's what this section covers. If you want to look it up, just look in the history books and it talks all about it.